You're listening to Azeroth Times Classic. I'm Chris, and with me again, Brandon.
What's going on, guys?
So, we're going to start off by talking about what we've been doing in game. I've been leveling my paladin. I know we start off with you, but mine's short. And I think last time I was on it was 52 this morning. I played it for about an hour this morning.
52.
Yep.
What are you doing? Are you questing?
Well, yeah.
What kind of paladin is it?
Right now it's ret. I'm leveling up ret, but then when I get mid 70s, I'm going to switch to prot and start getting prot gear. Well, I'll probably still be doing questing with under ret, but I will be picking up prot gear between 75 and 80.
I have a 63 warrior or a 63 hunter.
Oh yeah. Oh, your mage hit 80. I don't know if we have said that.
No.
But congratulations on Val finally hitting 80.
Yeah, it had to happen sooner or later.
Yep. What about your shaman? How's your shaman doing?
My shaman is still 70.
Oh.
My warrior.
You started working on it though. You said you went and got dual talents spec.
Yeah.
So.
My warrior is level 71.
Ooh.
But mainly what I've been doing with my warrior, when I log on him, I forget that I need to quest. And I just go flower picking.
Oh, yeah. It's not at the point where you can get XP for doing that yet.
Yeah, I just go, and so I'm like,
I can't remember if it's Kata or Panda World.
Well, now what I need to do is I need to
Mist. Yeah, that's what people call it.
What I need to do is I need to quest in the area I'm at and get out of that area so I can go to the next area so I can start picking the flowers there.
Yeah.
Because I have enough of where.
See, I remember Mist having it because there was a thing with the somebody was a panda and all they did was run around the panda area, starting area. They just stayed there and they would mine or whatever else, and they would hit the next. I think they were max level for the next 3 expansions by just mining.
Yeah, they never picked a faction either.
Yep, never picked a faction, stayed in the starting area, and that's all they did.
Yeah, there should be an achievement for that.
Well, for being.
For staying neutral. Staying neutral and hitting max level.
Yeah, whatever. Then everybody would be doing it and there would be no mines or whatever to get in the starting area ever again. Alright, so what have you been doing besides that?
Oh, the biggest thing I guess, I don't know. We did our GDKP. And I think payout was $43.75.
Awesome.
For our 25 man. Yeah, we had a Scale of Fates drop, and then just there was this one. We had some really good pieces drop, but there was one guy that was just bidding astronomical amounts to get everything. So we got to put. I mean, I want to say something went for. Like 90K or 100K. It kind of got crazy.
Cool.
But yeah, we ended up with a 43, and then we did 25-man TOGC, and everything went really easy. It was real smooth, just like in the Old War. Finally, our Old Wars are starting to run really smooth. We got 4 shards, as well, so that was 12,000 gold in the pot. But we got 4 shards, so we got 6 shards left to get our second valve.
So how's the guild pay for it?
We pay for the shards through the guild bank.
But how do you make money in the guild bank? Just people donate it and then y'all use that to pay for it?
Yeah. One of the dudes in the guild is like gold capped on like 3 tunes. So what he does is every time he gets gold capped on a tune, or every time he feels like it or something like that, he just goes and throws like 50K in.
Oh, Dang, that
and then
sucks. Man.
Every once in a while, I'll throw in, we'll all throw in like 1,000 or 500 or something. Everybody kind of just throws in and donates because they provide all of our flasks for the raids. They provide gems. They provide enchanting mats. The leg
I used to be in
enchants.
charge of that.
Yeah, they do. So I mean, they provide all that stuff. So we just everybody just kind of pitches in, throws in, but. Yeah, so it is what it is. I mean, so we got that, but TOGC, everything went real smooth, and we progged for an hour on a noob hard mode, heroic. We progged on him for an hour, and I think we got him to 19% was our lowest percentage we got him. So next week I think we can get it because we only gave him an hour's worth of prog, and then we told everybody that we're just going to go for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours next week, or just go until we get him. And I think everybody just wants to get him down.
Cool.
I mean, we got him to 19%. People have seen the fight now; they know it better. We can go in, bust everything out, and go to a noob and get him. And if people get gear, like for instance, if people have enough badge, emblems after a certain amount, and they have a trophy. They can go out and exchange it, and it makes them better.
You need to quit drinking.
Because,
You need to quit drinking.
Right. Because we'll go back in. With that gear, and everybody, there's enchants. We got an enchanter there. Shoddy always brings gems to cut gems, so we got a gem cutter. So we have everything that we can do. Engineers always bring mats for other engineers to do things. So we got everything there that we need. If somebody gets a new piece of gear, they can automatically put it on, and we can start using it. And it just
Yeah, I used to do that in the guild, and I'd have all this stuff in my bags, and nobody'd ever want anything. I'm like, this is what I'm here for, and nobody had ever asked me for anything.
They just kind of throw the rating consumables and stuff like that, like bombs and all that shit. They just throw it on the first tab and just give everybody access to it, where they can pull out like three stacks. Yeah. So everybody just kind of has access to it. Me, usually I just go buy a 20 stack from the auction house and call it good, so I don't have to get anything out of the guild thing.
Yeah.
But the last couple of, or like this past week, I had to grab a few things out of there. So they give me all the leatherworking inch patterns. So I have every one of them TOGC.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. We progged a noob, and it was good prog. It wasn't bad. Everybody was happy.
Yeah, I was benched last week because I could not go on anything because my mom was in and out of the hospital, so I didn't do anything. And then this week I was benched. I don't know, because they thought I was busy. I don't know. I told them I was gonna be late because of my son's football practice, and then when they put the schedule out, I was benched. So I don't know. And if I'm gonna keep being benched, I will find somewhere else to go.
Oh wow.
Because that one time I told them I was going to be late, they're like, it's okay, we're going to do VOA and then Oni, and then we'll do TOGC. And so it's fine being late, but I don't know. It is what it is. But alright, let's get into the news. I'm going to start off talking about something that's close and dear to my heart. And you will figure it out probably once when I start. 4 days ago, July 2023, action against exploitative accounts, Wrath of the Lich King Classic. The Blue Post says to provide more transparency on the actions we take against cheating exploitation, here's a breakdown on the number of actions that were taken over the last month, July 2023. Total exploitative WoW account actions in July 2023. 116,921. That's a lot.
Yeah.
All of these actions were for cheating or exploitation, which primarily result in permanent bans or 6-month suspensions. This number does not include other actions such as those taken on accounts with character name or in-game language violations. We continue to evolve our methods and act against these malicious accounts on a daily basis. Thank you. And the reason why that's so dear to me is because mine was wrongfully done. Because, yeah. Don't let your kid play. Anyways. And then they do another one, Blues News, August 11, 2023, weekly 10.1.7 notes and class action against exploiters. Now, this is for retail, so we won't go about that, but they more or less repeat the same thing I just told you, so I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I didn't read it before I looked. All right, so hot fixes. I'll let you do that.
Hot fixes.
There's so many, so I'm gonna let you do all of them.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of hot fixes. I just have to get to them. There's so many. So what is today? We're doing this on the 11th. So yesterday,
yep,
there was a fix for shamans. They fixed an issue where Greater Fire Elemental was not casting Fire Nova on targets of a certain size.
Yeah, that would suck.
So that probably, I mean, if it was big, if they weren't casting it on big things, then that could have been a problem. Definitely a problem in Old War, or I mean TOGC, because everything in there is ginormous. Yeah. And if it's small things, then it also could have been TOGC.
Oh yeah.
You know, so, but that would have affected Old War more than anything.
Yeah, definitely Old War. Yeah, definitely Old War. Yeah.
So, but that's the only thing. I mean, you know, because I think we did the one about the 31st on the Divine Shield and all that for Paladins.
I must be really upset because I had this exploitative account things pulled up twice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to also let you talk about this one. Classic Hardcore Realms go live August the 24th. I will let you talk about it because actually hardcore stuff is more dear to your heart than it is to mine.
It is. So the blue post says, face Azeroth's danger, because as you know, he just said it, 24th of August. We're going live, baby. And you get to face Azeroth's dangers in WoW's classic hardcore realms and see how far you can go. You only have one life to live, and the spirit healers won't be there to send you back out into the world of the living when you die. Death is permanent, and once you have been bested by the environment or even other players, you'll need to dust yourself off and create a new character and try again. Now, there is an article, and you can read it. I will skim through. Adventures in Classic Hardcore, what's playing. You can get a quick refresher on the content available on this post. Facing mortality. Death isn't necessarily the end of Classic Hardcore characters. Learn about your choices and how to make most of your hardcore experience. You can visit that, and it'll tell you. There's also rules of engagement there. As you know, if you die, you die. A couple of things they changed in hardcore, because I went on the PTR realm and checked it out. A couple of things they changed. When you die, you come back. You can't res, but you can come back as a ghost. And they've made that available so you can relinquish leadership to a guild if you have it, or certain things of that nature.
You can't do anything in your bags because even when you're not dead, or even in the non-hardcore servers, when you die, you can't really do very much of anything when you're dead.
Yeah,
you have to come to life in order to take anything out of your bags. And
I think they're going to give you a way to speak with your guild.
Oh yeah, you can still talk to your guild, and like you said, relinquish your guild leadership and everything else, even in death, even in non-hardcore. So you can still do it in hardcore, but you just can't come back to life. But they didn't say anything about like redemption or resurrect or anything, I'm pretty sure you will not be able to learn that.
No, you won't be able to learn any of your res spells.
It just says the spirit healer won't be there, but I'm pretty sure.
I think. Well, I don't know if they're taking them out. They might.
Well, they're going to have to because there's no point in learning.
Because they should allow druids to have rebirth, because you can, if a pet dies, you can res a pet.
Yeah, but I think pets are going to be permanent death too.
No, pets aren't permanent death.
Are they not?
Okay. No,
it should be.
If a pet dies, you can. I mean, I've done it on my druid. When we were running a dungeon and a pet died, I battle res it. Might as well. I mean, it's more damage.
Yeah.
But I know
hunters can still res their pet even in battle.
Yeah.
So
I know that there's a couple of things. Like I'm almost certain. I would be almost 100% assured, or not assured, but 100%. I would think that there's probably going to be a ghost guild for the people who become ghosts.
Oh, really?
I almost think there will be, and I think they'll be. I think that they'll go out and RP.
Person has to be alive to make the guild.
Yeah,
but then after that, yeah.
But I'm sure there's probably going to be an RP, some kind of RP going on to where they're haunting some building.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm sure something like that will happen. And
but what back can happen when you grieve people when you're dead? You can't.
Yeah, you can't grieve.
You can't pull mobs at them or nothing like that. So,
I mean, just haunting like a building.
Now, if there's like 50 ghosts surrounding you and you can't see what's going on, then maybe, but you can still see through them.
Say all the ghosts go to like that place right out of Shadowfin Keep, outside Shadowfin Keep, that little
I think I know
down there.
Yeah.
Say they all go down there. They're just haunting that village now, or something like that.
That would be cool.
Maybe, but one of the coolest things is you're going to have duel to the death, which is called a mock gra.
Yeah.
And when you kill somebody,
I can't do it. Yeah.
Oh, when you kill somebody, you get their ear.
Yep.
And it's like whoever has the most ears.
But the bad thing is you can still run away and still stay alive, but you get a buff or debuff.
Yeah.
Coward debuff.
Yep.
Where it takes away certain percentage of your stats or something like that. But
I would do it.
If you're going to die, would you run away?
No. Stay there and fight to the death.
Yeah. I wouldn't run away.
They had, I mean,
I'd want to. I would definitely want to.
I didn't hear about it in time to level up a tune to do the mock draw for the tournament that they did on the PTR. Or I would have done one.
Yeah, it was what, $500 or something like that?
No, it was $1,500.
$1,500, that's right. I couldn't remember. Well, but too late now.
Yeah,
so.
I'd have made a road.
All right, so news patch for Thursday, August 24th. A new patch in PvP Honor System release on August 22nd, alongside scheduled maintenance and hardcore realms will launch on August 24th, like we already said. We will update Classic Era to version 1.14.4 with scheduled maintenance on August 22nd. The new honor and ranking system will be implemented. When realms go live on the new patch, PvP will resume as planned. When you log into Classic Era after the update, you will retain most of your lifetime kills, your lifetime highest rank, your current honor rank. Now, when it said most, this is in your current. Please note that PvP activities the week preceding the patch will not be counted. All Classic Era PvP calculations done during maintenance on August 15th will be the last day for the old system, with the exception of weekly decay, which will still be accounted for on August 22nd. For example, if you were 9% into rank 12 on August 15th, there is a high chance you will not be 90% into rank 12 when you log in on August 22nd. You may have decayed down to 0% of rank 12 or close to it. Now, for more information on how Classic Era PvP works before and after this update, you can go and read their outline on Wowhead, or you click on it and it takes you to Blizzard forums. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to forums to read it. Alright, so now we will go into ICC. We just killed Lady Death Whisper. What do I do? What do I do? Brandon, what do I do?
What do? You run to the next boss. That's what you do.
Alright, there's an elevator right behind where you fight Lady Death Whisper.
Oh, yeah, you should see that come down when she comes.
Yeah, as soon as she dies, you'll see an elevator come down. And you jump on it, and you go up.
Kill some mobs around an area.
Yeah. I was going to let you talk about it. The trash.
Oh, really? The trash is not super hard. There's the mobs that you've been fighting before, but they add like a giant to them. And I don't think he really does much. Maybe if he hits hard. And then every once in a while, I think when you clear from platform to platform, because there's like platforms around it or whatever, it looks like docking stations for airships.
Yeah.
And each little docking station that you get to, there's a dragon at each one that you have to kill.
And there's a big old, like, not patchwork looking dude, but
he's like a giant, like an abomination.
Yeah, abomination. Thank you. And does he blow up when you?
I don't think he blows up. I think he might have a chance, but I know he does like I want to say maybe gas or something like that, or area of effect around him. I can't remember for sure what he does. I just know that it's pretty simple to clear. You don't want to pull it all at once. You want to pull a pack at a time, so you can pull the packs at the stairs when you come out, and then I think the abomination pads back and forth, and you can grab him, pull him down. Of course, you'll want to clear it before you get to the dragon. And when you get to the dragon, you want to fight the dragon separate from everything else, because we have had a chance before where we pulled the dragon and pulled something else at the same time by accident, and it doesn't go well. Dragon is typical dragon stuff, facing away from the raid, so it doesn't breathe on you. It doesn't have a tail swipe or anything like that, but just you don't want it facing the raid because
some of these pulls are going to be big. So the first couple times, maybe some crowd control?
Some CC for sure.
Yeah.
We used a lot of sheeps. I know when we ran it, we used sheeps on it, and we also used. I think we had a sap from because we had a rogue.
Yep, so we did use sap. Yeah.
And I think we used the sheep.
Shamans can hex.
Yep. Well, no, can they hex?
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't know if they had hex this one.
I griped about it a couple of episodes ago, and then I saw it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't have that on my bar because I didn't know we had it or not."
So yeah, we also can use hex. Even hunters can use their frozen traps to freeze something.
Because I was hexing stuff in TOGC.
For the PvP fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Dude, I have like 56 cyclones cast every fight. But yeah, you'll clear around and you'll get to where your gunship is at that you're going to get on. And you'll talk to you'll run onto the gunship, of course. Wait till everybody's on it before you take off. And then
remember a couple episodes ago when I said that I out DPS'd somebody that was in the guild?
Yeah.
And I was hexing.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, you get and you go on there and there's a goblin, and you have to talk to the goblin to get a jetpack for the people who are going to jump over.
Make sure everybody gets a jetpack, even if you're not going to jump to the boat, because there's been several times where a couple people have died, and they're like, and everybody else didn't get a jetpack, and they're like, "Oh, I should have got a jetpack. That way I can jump over." But so everybody needs to get a jetpack just in case, because they might if somebody dies, they might call out for you to go.
Yeah.
I don't remember if a healer goes over there or not.
I think you have one healer and some DPS in the tank.
Yeah. So even if they say you're not jumping over, grab a jetpack. Because that could be a difference between a wipe and save or whatever.
If you remember, I always had to jump over, and most of the time, because me and Mike would be tanking, I'd have to jump over and help Mike tank. Or Mike would stay on the boat.
Now, I would show you the video in the podcast for the people who watch the video, but we were so high level, it went that quick. We didn't even have to jump over to their boat.
Yeah.
Because it used I don't know if it used your gear score or your attack power, but whenever you're shooting your cannon at the boat, we were so high level that the power we were using for the cannon destroyed the boat in like 1 or 2 hits. And it says it's got 2,058,000 health points.
Yeah.
Now, the abilities depends on whether you're Alliance or Horde. The odds are different in type and name. Does that say heat or heal?
That's heat.
That's what I thought. Heat. Gunship cannons use heat as a resource. Okay, it is heat. Cannon blast generates heat. Incinerating blast consumes it. When a cannon's heat level reaches 100, the cannon becomes overheat and inactive for 3 seconds. So you got to watch it. Now the cannon blast does 1,500 siege damage. Incinerating blast 1,000 siege damage plus damage per point of heat used to launch.
So when it gets your heat stacks up and you want to hit incinerating blast.
That's if you're on the friendly ship.
Yeah.
Now, Mirrodin, Bronzebeard, and High Overlord Sourfang. Battle Fury increases all damage by 12%. Stacking lasts 20 seconds, refreshing with each stack. Applied every time Sourfang or Mirrodin strike a target. Cleave inflicts 120% weapon damage up to 3 targets in front of Sourfang or Mirrodin. Am I saying that name right? Because it sounds weird.
Mirrodin.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, kind of. Rending throw inflicts 3,010 to 3,990 physical damage. Applies a stacking dot for another 2,000 every 3 seconds per application. Used only when the tank is out of melee range, but close enough still. So that's what they do during the fight. And that's just periodically they jump on your boat and you... Oh, that's when half the raid goes over to the other boat and the other half stays to fight that dude. Okay. It's slowly coming back to me. Because that's why not everybody jumps over to the other side of the boat. Not because they're lazy, because they're staying back to fight the boss that jumps on our boat.
Yeah, that's what our people do and their people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All adds experienced increases damage by 30% and attack and casting speed by 20%. Applied if a soldier has been alive for more than 20 seconds. Veteran increases damage by 60% and attack and casting speed by 40%. Applied if a soldier has been alive for more than 40 seconds. Elite increases damage by 120% and attack and casting speed by 80%. Applied if a soldier has been alive for more than 60 seconds. Desperate Resolve increases armor attack speed by 60%. Apply when a soldier's health gets below 20%. That's cute. I'll let you do 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay. So also there's Skybreaker Sergeant or it's going to be Corcoran Sergeant. They all do a wounding strikes, which inflicts 200% weapon damage and reduces all healing done to the target by 40% for 10 seconds. A Blade Storm, which inflicts weapon damage up to 4 nearby every 1 second for 6 seconds. You also have Skybreaker Mortar Soldier or Corcoran Rocketeer. They do rocket artillery, which targets an area on the ship. The rocket travels for a few seconds, causing an explosion when it lands, and it'll deal 9,000 to 11,000 fire damage to players and siege damage to the gunship. There's also an explosion that'll do 6,300 to 7,700 fire damage to party members and siege damage to gunships. You have the Skybreaker Sorcerer or Corcoran Battle Mage. They do below 0 which freezes the enemy's gunship cannons, rendering them inactive. Channeled spell cannot be interrupted. So every once in a while, they just freeze your cannons, and you can't use them, and that's when you got to jump over. Skybreaker Riflima, or Corkron Axe Thrower. They hurl axes, which inflict 5,700 to 6,300 physical damage, and they also shoot, which inflicts physical damage. I mean, this place is called the loot ship, okay?
Yeah.
Because
once you get this fight down, that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's real simple. I mean, it's real simple because it just requires you to split your raid up, defending your own ship and assaulting the enemy. So it's recommended, huh?
Oh, I was about to read the strategy as well.
Okay, great.
All right, so strategy. Winning the battle between the two gunships will require your raid to be carefully split between people defending your own ship and people assaulting the enemy one. It is recommended to send as many players as you can spare to attack, leaving only the cannon users and 3-4 DPSers to defend. When the attackers are done, they have killed the mage and rocketeers or mortars. They can come back and help on defense. Players staying on your faction ship have two things to take care of. First, 4 people will need to man the cannons and attack the enemy ship. The gunners should aim at the rocketeers or mortars in the back, who will mark areas on the board and shoot, slow, rockets at them. It's easy to move away to do so. Rocketeers and mortars have a small knockback added to their rockets. The enemy's commander does more damage, and his battle fury increases his damage by 12%. Enemy soldiers gain experience faster, but not one of those changes should pose a problem. Axe throwers or riflemen will also shoot at people from across. Every so often, a mage will appear and freeze all of your cannons. The assaulting players will need to deal with him, while the defenders deal with the squad of reavers or marines and a sergeant that is being teleported. Both types gain damage and attack speed over time, so the longer they live, the more dangerous they will become. It is probably a good idea to have your ranged DPS defending, as they can avoid the sergeant's abilities, and can also help the attackers without using the rocket, when given an opportunity. As soon as the mage is dead and your board is secure, 4 of the defenders can re-enter the now working cannons and continue shooting at the enemy's gunship, restarting the cycle. The attackers have a couple of things to worry about as well. Towerfang or Muradin will try to annihilate your raid, have a tank on him, and be mindful of the stacking Battle Fury buff, which increases the commander's damage. If the buff starts getting too high, you will need to leave the ship for about 20 seconds and let it fall off, or tank will need to use most of the defensive CDs to win a bit more time. Have your DPS quickly burn the mages whenever they appear. So,
Pretty simple stuff.
And be careful, because I've fallen off the ship many times.
All you gotta do is,
when you fall off the ship, you're dead. Yeah.
All you gotta do is have a.
I've even fell off and landed somewhere near the bottom of the ship. You can't do nothing. You might as well just die. So.
Yeah. It's not a hard fight though. I mean.
Yeah.
Just have a tank on the other ship.
If you can get over the rocket boss, which means jumping from ship to ship, then you're pretty good.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, that is the fun part. All right. So after that, you got one boss that will clear this first area. Now, if it's like when they originally brought it out in stages, and I think the next boss is the first stage that they released.
Yeah, I think so.
And so next week we'll talk about Deathbringer Sourfang. Yeah. All right. So anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. Then until next week, have fun playing the game.
As always.
You can reach us at email heartlandpae@gmail.com,
for questions or comments, and we might read it on the air.